Welcome to Digimon.
Hello and welcome to Digimon and yet another deck profile on the channel. Obviously, if you like this video and our other content, please make sure to like, subscribe and ding that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content, past or future. We are yet again on another deck profile that I did not create because I am at the side. Anytime I'm at the side, that means it's not my deck. But returning to the channel is our good friend Sam. Sam, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hello.
What are we bringing today, Sam?
Aegisdramon.
Aegis, nice.
Very underrated blue deck. Got some lovely support in BT15. And I think it's alright. So we are running 3 BT7 Bukamons. The Inheritable lets you gain a memory when you play a card from one of your sources, which this deck is all about. We're also playing one of the limited BT14 Bukamon. Gives you jamming, which is very essential in this deck.
Yeah, I mean, this card needs no introduction. I mean, it's the first Digitama that got limited to 1. It's busted. It's so good.
Free my mans.
Yeah. Free Bukamon.
We are running 2 BT14 Gomamon. This card is start main phase, you get to trash a card, and when your Digimon get deleted, you get to play this out of the sources, which is good for sort of keeping you in the game. I'd like to run more of this, but unfortunately there are more important level 3s, including 4 of the BT7 Gomamon. When this card is played from one of your sources, draw 2. You will have so many cards in your hand with this deck. Just pray you don't go against Mirage, because that effect is so good and you can keep doing it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, the fact that it's not once per turn. I mean, to be fair, I'm not too sure if we could trigger it twice with the same Digimon, but just to draw 2 for an on-play is just great. Really good kind of just for gaining more card advantage in a deck that maybe searching is not as strong in as usual, but no, great pick for that one.
We are running 4 of the new BT15 Gomamon. So this searches for your cards, looks for your plesiosaurs, your aquatic sea beasts. The Inheritable is when you attack when one of your opponent's Digimon, as many or lower cards of this can't attack, so you get to get your stunning in. We are running 2 of the new BT15 Betamons. The on-play is not great. It does a stun, but you mainly play for the jamming Inheritable.
I mean, you never know when that stun could come up.
It can, it definitely can come on. You can play it from your sources and use it the on-play from one of your source effects, source playing effects. So it definitely can come in handy. And then just the one BT5 Siakamon to reduce division costs when they've got a lot of training cards out and whatnot. Can come in handy. And that's it for the level 3s. On to level 4s, we are playing 4 the new, well, newish BT14 promo Siegemons. This card's great. On play or when digivolving, when your opponent blue Digimon can't be deleted in battle to the end of your opponent's turn.
It's like pseudo jamming.
Yeah, so that's phenomenal. You mainly play it for the Inheritable. So the Inheritable is once per turn. When one of your effects plays another Digimon, it gains Rush for the turn, which is great. It's just it's really giving like this deck an injection that makes it playable, and that is all thanks to that card. So essential card. Unfortunately, it's hard to get hold of, but you have to play for.
Yeah, it's absolutely something you got to play it for. It's kind of it obviously different video, but box topper promos, need I say more? They're so hard to get.
Yeah. We're running 4 of the BT15 Siegemons. It's a lovely card. It has Rush, so you can play it from one of your sources if you don't have much else, and attack. And it's Inheritable as jamming, which is just once again phenomenal. We are then running 1 BT14 Shellmon, has Evade. This card is a stalling card, as I call them, as well as a blocker BT5 Koalamon. Once again, another stalling card.
And also quite good for Choke and Memory as well, because it only costs 1 to evolve into.
Exactly. And stalling cards are so you can play one of your Zudomon Aces. Essential playing at 4. it's the best ace card.
Yeah, it still is at the moment.
It's
yeah,
phenomenal. It just returns 2, then trash 2, then return 1 with no sources. Most of the time, you can return your attacking Digimon. It's phenomenal card.
Like you compare Zudamon Ace to say Metal Greymon Ace, and it's just night and day. How powerful Zudamon Ace is as a card. It's just so good. Just returning any level Digimon, so long as it's got no sources, just fantastic. Yeah, Charles in the background reminded me. Yeah, Rudamon Ace also kind of terrible, but we make do with birds. But that's a different video. If you'd like to carry on, Sam.
So we're running 2 of the BT11 Warrior Aegisdramons. This card, when on play or when digivolving, very important for this deck for both of them. You can play 1 blue or purple level 3 without paying the cost. And its inheritable is when you play a card by an effect, gain a memory. You could definitely play 4 of that. It is a phenomenal card. But
it's a memory cost, isn't it?
The memory cost is quite high, unfortunately, and it's quite tight for level 5s, this deck. But 2 definitely, it definitely comes in handy. Maybe 3 I might up it to. We are running 2 of the BT15 Mega Aegisdramon. So this one doesn't come up too much, but when it goes off, it really does go off. On play or when digivolving, by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digivolution card, you return 1 of your opponent's Digimon whose level less than or equal to the bottom of the deck. So if you've got a level 6 in hand, I mean, you're sorted. Return, bottom decking cards is probably the best thing you can do against an opponent. Its inheritable is by placing one of your other blue Digimon cards, blue Digimon to the bottom Digivolution card, you can unsuspend this Digimon. Can come in handy, especially when you're sort of swinging the game. I'm running 1 EX3 Mega Aegisdramon. This one is when attacking, play a level 3 blue from one of your blue Digimon cards without paying its cost, so this is one that gets you cards out. And the inheritable is basically the same. I don't run too many of that. 1 seems fine. You can definitely run more, but it just doesn't go off as much compared to the other level 5s. On to level 6s, we are running 4 of the EX3 Plesiomon. So this one's very essential for your deck and for getting your effects to go off. So this card can play a level 3 or 4 or lower with Aquatic in its traits from one of your Digivolution cards without paying its memory. And then you can tuck a blue Digimon card from your hand under this card. This is essential because you want to be tucking one of your 2 Metal Aegisdramons from BT2. This card is when on play, which you will be playing it from with an effect you will find out soon. Return 2 level 4 or lowers to your opponent's 4 or lowers to their hand. Once again, great for sorting out swarmy decks and any deck that's about to ace on you. And it can't be blocked by any cards without Digivolution cards, which with this deck your opponent won't have many. So, and that can come up with many decks can block, but that can't be blocked.
With this Metal Aegisdramon, obviously, how annoyed were you when the BT15 one turned out to be something you can't digivolve anything non-white on top?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the Dark Master deck. It's a disappointment.
It's a shame you can't use that card really in this deck, isn't it?
This one's pretty. Its effect is underrated. You don't want to digivolve into this. You never digivolve into this.
No, you just want to cheat it out, don't you?
You're sort of like cheating it out and just sort of going hard, and you will have rush with it. So you play it out. It's got rush, returning 2 level 4s, and it can't be blocked. So it's phenomenal in that way. It's a cannon basically. And then the last 2 level 6s are 2 Plesio X antibodies. This card very underrated. Once per turn, when digivolving or when attacking, return one of your opponent's Digimon with fewer cards than this, which most likely you will have. And during your opponent's turn, if your opponent has less Digivolution cards, gain 2 memory, which is a very sneaky effect. So your opponent can probably attack you with one memory and attack you and go into your turn. Phenomenal card. you could definitely play more. And if you played pure Plesiomon, you'd have to play 4 of them because it's such a good card.
Yeah, definitely. Is there also a reason why you favour this Plesiomon over the BT14 one?
So the BT14 Plesiomon is all about source stripping and source control. This deck has a bit of it with the Zudo and a few others, but this deck is mainly about playing out from your sources and going hard with effects, basically. So you can't really play the BT14 in this deck. It's great for going for games, like a good end card, because it can keep unsuspending and make sure your opponent has no sources. But this one is all about playing new cards from effects, because it pairs very well with the 2 EX2 Aegisdramons. So this card, when digivolving, you get to play a level 3 or 1 card of Seedramon in its name, or aquatic. From one of your cards without paying its cost. So you can play your Metal Seedramon, and with the inheritable from Plesiomon, when you play a Digimon from a Digimon card, return one of your opponent's Digimon at the same level up to the opponent's deck. So the trick is, you have this, you attach your Metal Seedramon, you go into Aegisdramon. You play out the Metal Seedramon, you return one of your opponent's level 6s, and the Metal Seedramon returns 2 of the level 4s or lower. So you're basically clearing the board. And then this has Rush, you can attack with that. Aegisdramon can attack as well. And its second effect is during your opponent's turn, activate. When your opponent plays a card, you can activate its Digimon effect. So you can pretty much do the exact same thing. So they could play a level 4, do the exact same thing, play a Metal Seedramon or any other cards here. And yeah, it's phenomenal. Absolute great card. That's it for Digimon. On to Tamers. You don't really need to run too many Tamers on this deck. Some people play the Homer card. I'm not too keen.
Homer's a bit awkward.
Yeah. This deck only needs 2 of the BT3 Davis 500 cards, and there's a memory Tamer. You can't go wrong with that. I play 1 of the BT11 Maelstrom cards. This card's like Kaisernail, but more tailored towards Seedramon. So you can play 1 card from the Digivolution cards without paying the cost, and then if it's Seedramon in name, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower to the bottom of the deck. So once again, preventing you getting aced. It is a 5 cost. It is 1 higher than the Kaisernail, but it's just that extra effect. I think it's worth the extra cost. And definitely can come in clutch. I play 3 Mental Training. I do used to play 4, I've dropped it down. Self-explanatory. Just choke your opponent early game and Digivolve for cheap, basically. And the last 2 cards are 2 Sorais. Phenomenal card. Self-explanatory. Will definitely come in clutch.
Yeah, sorry, just a great card. You know, if that comes up in security, that can just ruin someone's day. But no, great deck, mate. You know, do love when we get to kind of focus on decks which don't always get the limelight. You know, on the channel. And obviously, if you guys want to see more of Aegisdramon on the channel, you know, let us know. It may appear in Jank Tank at some point, may appear elsewhere. You never know. But, you know, let us know. And obviously, any requests that you guys have got, let us know in the comments below, as well as also on the DU Digimon Discord channel. But until next time, keep it digital.